Batting first at shortstop, number 4, Jack Jeffers. Second at second base, number 7, Elijah Scantling. Third at right field, number 2, Maury Utsey. Fourth at first base, number 19, Peyton Schroeder. Fifth at designated hitter, number 8, Drew Bostic. Sixth at pitcher, number 10, Brody Dow. Seventh at third base, number 9, Michael Betts. Eighth at catcher, number 21, Jackson Wilson. And batting ninth at left field, number 5, Aiden Zimmerman. With number 16, Chris Randall, playing center field, along with the rest of the Cardinals. And now for the Rattlers, batting first at catcher, number 23, Alex Bonner. Second at left field, number 35, Asher Howard. Third at shortstop, number 12, Carter Gilmer. Fourth at third base, number 4, Isaac Kirkendall. Fifth at second base, number 10, Cooper Caldwell. Sixth at pitcher, number 44, Hunter Cox. Seventh at center field, number 11, Cale Burns. Eighth at first base, number 3, C.D. Morrow. And batting ninth at right field, number 20, Colton Tidwell. Along with the rest of the Rattlers. Would you please stand with me and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the playing of the National Anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Play ball.
All right, Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball coming to you from Murfreesboro this afternoon. The Camden Fairview Cardinals facing the Murfreesboro Rattlers. All right, leading it off for the Cardinals here in the top of the first inning is number 4, Jack Jeffers. Battery for the Rattlers on the mound. For Murfreesboro, number 44, Hunter Cox. Behind the plate, number 23, Alex Bonner. And Jack Jeffers swings first pitch over to third base, and Jack's going to beat that one out. Third base mishandled it. The leadoff hitter on base. Brings up the Cardinals' second baseman, Elijah Scantling. And first pitch into Scantling misses inside. Jack Jeffers, Elijah Scantling, Mariuzzi due up in the inning. Peyton Schroeder would follow. Here's the pitch, low, slow curveball there, misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes on Elijah Scantling. Here's the pitch, and Elijah swings at that one again over to third, across the diamond, and that one gets away from the first baseman, and it's going to go to the fence. Jack Jeffers is up at third base. Elijah Scantling out at second. Elijah with reaching first. He fell down, rounding first base, and out at second. Mariuzzi to the plate now for the Cardinals with 1 out, and Jack Jeffers standing at third base. Here is the pitch, and again, that's curveball in for strike number 1. Big arm movement, like that's going to be a lot faster pitch than it is, and that one's popped up, going to be out of play. No balls, 2 strikes on Mariuzzi. Here's the pitch. He's going to hit that one through the infield into right field, and that's going to bring Jack Jeffers home to score. So ground ball single there for Mariuzzi, and an RBI to get the Cardinals started here in the first inning. Peyton Schroeder, the batter now, with 1 out and a runner at first base. And that one stays high for ball number 1. And runner goes, throw down to second, and bounces away from the second baseman, and Mariuzzi in safe at second. All right, a ball and a strike. Hit Schroeder. All right, Cardinals with runners at first and second base, and Drew Bostic to the plate. Here's the pitch to Drew. He hits it high in the air. It's going to be popped up, and coming on is the right fielder. Two outs now for Brody Dow. Pitch in for a strike. Two away Cardinals with a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. And the sixth batter of the inning, Brody Dow, trying to keep it going here. And the throw is going to be back to second base, Mariuzzi. One strike on Brody Dow. Hunter Cox comes set. Here's the pitch. Brody swings at that one, pops it out of play, foul.
Hey, go to work here, Brody.
And here's the pitch, and outside, both runners move up on the pitch.
Brody.
A ball, two strikes. Cardinal runners in scoring position now at second and third. And see if Dow get a base hit here and score some runs. That one's going to be inside, evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Here's the pitch. And Dow hits that one hard. It's going to be through the infield. And that scores Mariuzzi, and around comes Peyton Schroeder. Good piece of hitting there by Brody Dow right through the infield.
Number 9, Michael Betts.
Michael Betts, the batter now for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch to Betts. It's going to be just below the knees. Three to nothing, the Cardinal lead now here in the top of the first. And the pitch is high and away. 2 balls, no strikes to Brody Dow. Fairly new field here at Murfreesboro. Maybe even looks like the first year they played on it. Nice complex they have here for the Murfreesboro Rattlers. Here's the pitch, and outside and high, the throw down, and Brody Dow slides in under the tag. And Dow with a stolen base to move into scoring position yet again for the Cardinals. 3-0 the count on Michael Betts. And that's going to be ball 4. Michael Betts goes to first base, drawing the walk. And seventh batter of the inning for the Cardinals. Aiden Zimmerman on deck. I'm sorry, eighth batter of the inning. And Wilson hits that one into left field. Around comes Dow. Here comes Michael Betts, and he's going to hold up at third. RBI single there for Jackson Wilson.
Number 5, Aiden Zimmerman.
All right, Aiden Zimmerman, the batter for All right, Aiden Evans in at first. He's going to be the courtesy runner for the catcher.
Let's go, Bob.
Aiden Evans, first base. Michael Betts over at third base, and Aiden Zimmerman at the plate. 4-0 Cardinal lead. Runner goes, and fake throw. Nobody bid on that one, but it is strike one in to Aiden Zimmerman. And that one popped up. Going to be out of play.
Gotta work your Aiden.
Aiden Zimmerman behind in the count, 0-2 here with through that one. 4 out, number 3. But the Cardinals score 4 runs, and we're headed to the bottom of the first inning here from Murfreesboro. Cardinals with a 4-0 lead. Leading it off for the Murfreesboro Rattlers here in the bottom of the first inning. Number 23, the catcher Alex Bonner. Battery for the Cardinals, Brody Dow on the mound, Jackson Wilson behind the plate. Here is the kick delivery. Pitch number 1 from Dow is going to be outside. Infield setup for the Cardinals is Pate Schroeder at first, Elijah Scantling at second. Third base is Michael Betts, shortstop Jack Jeffers. Here is the pitch. That one's going to be a little low, and 2 balls, no strikes on Bonner. Left field, Aiden Zimmerman. Center field, Chris Randall. Right field, Mari Utzi for the Cardinals. That one in for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Brody Dow kicks, delivers, and that ball hit on the ground. Fielded there by Jeffers across the diamond in time, and out number 1. 6-3 put out there for the first out in the bottom of the first inning, and that brings Asher Howard, the left fielder, To the plate for the Murfreesboro Rattlers. Brody Dow kicks and delivers that one just a bit outside. Ball, no strikes on Howard. And that one catches the inside corner of the plate, evens it up. At a ball and a strike to Asher Howard. Carter Gilmer due up after Howard. And that one's going to be just a little outside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Howard. Isaac Kirkendall would follow Carter Gilmer. Brody's got the sign he wants. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be in for a strike on the inside corner. Delivery from Dow, and checks his swing. Full count on Asher Howard. Base drawing the walk here in the bottom of the first inning. Rattlers now with a runner aboard for Carter Gilmer. And Dow comes set. And the pitch hit off the end of the bat, foul over to the Cardinal dugout. And Dow comes set. Here's the pitch outside. Snap throw back to first and not in time. A ball and a strike to count. And that one's hit in the air, center field. Chris Randall comes up, makes the catch for out number 2. Two away now for Isaac Kirkendall, the Rattler third baseman. Got him. Attempted steal there by Asher Howard, thrown out at second base for out number 3 by Jackson Wilson. Nice throw on the money. And unconventionally, that's 3 up, 3 down. No runs on no hits, nobody left on, and we're headed to the second inning. Cardinals with a 4-0 lead. All right, back to the top of the order for the Cardinals here in the top of the second inning. Jack Jeffers to the plate. Jack started the game off with a hit and came around to score for the Cardinals in the inning. Hunter Cox, the pitcher, still on the mound for the Rattlers. Here is the kick delivery, and that one's going to be high and away. And Jeffers hits that one high in there, center field. And coming on, center fielder calls off second and makes the catch for out number 1.
Number 7, Elijah Scantling.
Elijah Scantling, the batter now. Elijah reached first on, I'm saying what unofficially was called in there. First pitch to Scantling off the plate and goes to the screen. A ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be high and away. 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out here in the top of the second. Cardinals with a 4-0 lead here early over the Murfreesboro Rattlers. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be hit straight into the goals and made the catch for out number 2. To the plate now, Murray with a hit into right field. Ground ball hot through the infield and up against the fence. The center fielder makes the catch for out number 3. That one was a hard hit baseball, but it was just a long out. No runs and no hits. Nobody left on. Cardinals 4, the Rattlers 0. All right, Isaac Kirkendall is going to lead it off for the Rattlers here in the second inning. Kirkendall was at the plate when Asher Howard was thrown out stealing second, so Kirkendall back to lead it off for Murfreesboro. Brody Dow kicks, delivers, first pitch in for a strike. Kirkendall, Cooper Caldwell, Hunter Cox due up in the inning. Kel Burns would follow. Here's his second pitch, just a little off. Oh, it's called strike 2. And Kirkendall in the hole, 0-2. And that pitch is going to be hit just off the glove, and man, just off the glove of the second baseman. Kirkendall with a hit into right field. And that brings Cooper Caldwell to the plate. over to first. Ball, no strikes, the count on Cooper Caldwell. Brody Dow kicks, delivers. That pitch can be in the dirt, bounces up, and the runner goes down to second base. Plate, I think it hit the front of the plate there and bounced way up over the head of Jackson Wilson, and no chance to do anything with that. Here is the pitch from Dow. That one's going to be just a little low. 3-0 count now on Cooper Caldwell. Isaac Kirkendall stands at second base for the Rattlers with no outs. And that one again in the dirt, and Cooper Caldwell going to be at first base, drawing the walk. All right, time called here. Todd Schroeder going to go out and have a talk there with Brody Dow. No outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Camden Fairview with a 4-0 lead, but the Rattlers trying to get something going here in the bottom of the second inning. All right. For the Rattlers, and Hunter Cox, the pitcher, at the plate for Murfreesboro. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be in the dirt. A ball, no strikes on Hunter Cox. Dow looks in. He is going to come set. And the pitch, that one's going to be in for a strike. And that one just inside. Hunter Cox, 2 runners aboard for the Rattlers. Cardinals with a 4-0 lead. And that one's going to stay high and tight. And it's a 3-1 count now. Three-one, going to be a hitter's count. Let's see what he does with it. And that one at the knees. Nice pitch there by Dow. And runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Cox. See if Dow can come back. Get Cox on a strikeout. Get him to ground into a double play. And that one's just off the plate. And that's going to load the bases for Cale Burns.
Number 11, Cale Burns.
Bases are loaded, no outs. Cale Burns, the batter, representing the tying run here for the Rattlers in the bottom of the second inning. Courtesy runner comes on for Hunter Cox. I can't see the. Nevertheless, bases loaded, no outs. And Cale Burns, your batter. Here is pitch number 1. It's low and outside. Dow comes set, kicks, delivers. That one's in for strike one. One apiece, a ball and a strike on Kel Burns. Cardinals trying to get out of a bases loaded, no outs. What could turn into a mess here. And pop. The ball, two strikes on Kel Burns. See if Dow comes after him and fouls that one off. A ball and two strikes, the count on Kel Burns. No outs, bases loaded. Cardinals hanging on to a 4-0 lead, but Murfreesboro, they're threatening here in the bottom of the second. Here is the pitch from Dow. That one's going to be low. And the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one's going to be fouled out of play. And it rolled on the top of somebody's vehicle. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes on Kel Burns. And looks like we're out of baseball. All right, Brody Dow with a fresh baseball umpire with a couple of fresh baseballs. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases are loaded full of rattlers, full of snakes. 2-2, here it is. And that's going to be hit on the ground, fielded by Jeffus. 1 at second, and believe they're only going to get the 1 out at second. Run comes across. All right, C.D. Morrow, the batter now for Nashville. They bring a run across. Got runners at the corners. Here's the pitch. That one's a little low. And that one off the plate as well. And that one's chopped foul off the foot or ankle there of Morrow. Two balls and a strike on Morrow. Runners at the corners. 1 across home plate thus far for the Murfreesboro Rattlers. And the Cardinals have a 4-1 lead. That pitch in for a strike. Nice pitch on the inside part of the plate. Runner goes down to second uncontested. And that one off the plate past the catcher. Nobody coming home. I believe it's a 3-2 count. I thought he said 2-2, but I had 3-2. The scoreboard has 3-2. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be tapped over. Jack Jeffus makes the play, and they've got the runner in a pickle there. Nice job there by Jack Jeffus. He dove for that one. Saved 2 runs on that deal. It would have been a couple more runs across it. That ball went into left field, and they do get an out there. One run did score, but we got 2 outs. And Colton Tidwell, the batter. I'm trying to catch my book up here. And that pitch just missed. And that one's going to be chopped over to a ball. 2 strikes on Tidwell. Runner at first base. And the 1-2 pitch, that's going to be a little high and inside. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Bottom of the 2nd inning. Dow is set. Here comes the pitch, and it is just a little bit low. It wasn't strikes on Colton Tidwell. Here's the pitch, and that one's in for a strike. Got him looking. Brody Dow gets the strikeout to end the inning. Murfreesboro scores 2 runs on 1 hit, and they leave 1 stranded. We're headed to the top of the 3rd inning. It is a 4-2 Cardinal lead. All right, top of the 3rd inning, Cardinals hanging on to a 4-2 lead. Peyton Schroeder leading it off for the Cardinals. Drew Bostic, Brody Dow due up in the inning with Michael Betts to follow. Peyton hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, came around to score one of the Cardinal runs. Here is the first pitch to Schroeder. That one off. This umpire takes a really long time to make the call, so I don't know if it's a ball or a strike sometimes, and that one's called strike 1. And that one bounces in and past the catcher, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. And that pitch in for a strike. Up. Here's the kick and delivery, and that one's going to bounce in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On Peyton Schroeder. Here's the towards third base. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Full on Schroeder, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 4-2, Cardinal lead. Schroeder, the first batter for the Cardinals here in the top of the third inning, trying to lead it off, get the Cardinals started in the third. Here's the pitch, and Schroeder swings through that one for the strikeout and out number 1. To right field back in the first inning. In the alley there between center and right field is where he put it. Here is the first pitch. That one's outside. And Drew hits that one into center field. That one's going to be down for a base hit. And Drew Bostic leading it off. Long fly ball out to center field. All right, Brody Dow, the batter now for the Cardinals. A runner at first. Here's the kick and delivery, and Brody Dow swings through. A 1 out in the inning, Cardinals with the base runner at first. Here's the pitch. Dow's going to pop that one up and high in the air and over to center field. This pitcher, he gets a lot of pop-ups. 2 away now from Michael Betts. And that ball in. And Betts fouls that one out of play, and he is in the hole 0-2. Off speed, curve, and they're really slow. And the Cardinals are popping them up either high in the air or in the field of play or out of play. But Cardinals having trouble getting their timing on with this slow rolling pitch here. That one misses, and it is a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Betts hits it into right field, and that's going to move Bostic over to second. And Michael Betts keeps it going here with a base hit.
Number 21, Jackson Wilson.
Camden Fairview. Jackson with a hit into left field in the dirt. Drew Bostic at second base. Michael Betts stands at first. We've got 2 outs here in the top of the third with a 4-2 lead. Second pitch coming in to Wilson, and that one in for a strike. A ball and a strike on Jackson Wilson. And that one bounces, hits Wilson, and that is going to load the bases. To the plate, bases are loaded. 2 outs, base hit. Gonna score a run, maybe 2 for the Cardinals here. And Zimmerman steps out of the box. Hunter Cox taking a little too long on the mound there for Aiden Zimmerman. And back in here is the pitch, and that was going to be outside. One ball, no strikes, bases loaded, 4-2. Cardinal lead with 2 outs. And going to turn throw back to second base. Diving in way ahead of the throw is Michael Betts. All right, a ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. And that one in for a strike. One ball, one strike. And Zimmerman swings through that one. A ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cardinals need to take advantage of this. And Zimmerman hits that in a ton in the air. And the first baseman's under it and catches it. Cardinals loaded. They don't score any runs. They had 1 hit there in the inning. And we're headed to the bottom of the third inning, and it is 4-2. All right, back to the top of the order here. In the bottom of the third inning for the Murfreesboro Rattlers, going to be Alex Bonner. And that pitch hits Bonner on the foot. Courtesy runner going to come in for Bonner. He is the Rattler catcher, and Asher Howard now to the plate. Howard squares up, bunts the ball, and thrown out at first. There by Jackson Wilson does move the runner over.
Number 12, Carter Gilmer.
For strike number one on Gilmer. And again, squared to bunt that ball past the catcher, and that moves the runner over to third. A ball and a strike. The count on Carter Gilmer. Isaac Kirkendall in the hole for, or on deck circle. For Murfreesboro, they do have a runner at third now with one out, 1-1 count. That ball hit on the ground through the infield. Carter Gilmer with an RBI single. Isaac Kirkendall, the batter now for the Rattlers. He had a base hit to right field. In his first at bat. 4-3. Murfreesboro chipping away at the Cardinal lead. That one inside, snap throw down to first, not in time. A ball, no strikes on Isaac Kirkendall. One away here in the inning. And that pitch missed inside. Two balls, no strikes on Kirkendall. Here's the pitch from Dow. That one's going to be hit. Fielded by Betts. Throw over to second one and not in time at first base. Fielder's choice there gets Carter Gilmer. Two away now, and Cooper Caldwell, the batter. And time called, and going out to check on Elijah Scantling at second base. 4-3. Two-way runner at first base. Cooper Caldwell, the batter for Murfreesboro. Throw over to first. Kirkendall back to the bag. And that pitch, no strikes. The count on Cooper Caldwell. That pitch finds the strike zone and the count's even. The ball and a strike throw down to first. Not in time. And that pitch, curveball, strike number 2. One ball. And that pitch is going to be hit into the alley between center and left. Coming around to score is Kirkendall, and Cooper Caldwell going to be in at second with an RBI double. That ties the ball game here in the bottom of the third.
Number 44, Hunter Cox.
We just need one. Come on, guys.
Hunter Cox, the batter for Murfreesboro. 4-4 game. That pitch is going to be in for strike number 1. And that pitch in for a strike. A ball, 2 strikes, the count on Hunter Cox. Nashville with a runner at second base. The 1-2 pitch and chop foul. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. And that one's going to miss. Full count on Hunter Cox.
Good job, Brady. Way to put it away.
Two runs on 1 hit. They leave 1 stranded. They tie the ball game. It is a 4-4 tie now, headed into the top of the 4th inning. All right, Jack Jeffers. First pitch to Jeffers in for ball number 1. And Jeffers fouls that one off his leg. And the count even at a ball and a strike.
Keep working for.
1-1 pitch to Jeffers. Going to stay high and outside. 2-1 count. And that one's going to stay high and away. 3-1 the count on Jack Jeffers here. Leading it off for the Cardinals. Top of the 4th inning. It's a tie. 4-4 game. And Jeffers hits that one high but foul.
Gotta work here. Find a way. Good job.
And Jeffers swings through that one for strike 3 and out number 1. Elijah Scantling now to the plate for the Cardinals. Hard hit ball in the second, but right at the shortstop. And that pitch in for a strike.
Yeah.
0-2 on Elijah Scantling. And that one's outside. A ball, 2 strikes on Elijah Scantling. And Elijah hits that one in the air, center field, and on for the catch is Cale Burns for out number 2. Mariuzzi to the plate for the Cardinals. Long fly ball in the second inning. Up against the fence was Burns catching that one.
Good morning.
RBI hit, or RBI single in the first inning, and came around to score. Cardinals knotted up with the Rattlers here 4-4 in the top of the 4th inning. And Etsy hits that one in the alley over towards left field. It's going to be down. And Etsy aboard with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. And Peyton Schroeder to the plate. Peyton Schroeder at the plate. Mariuzzi first base, 2 away. The throw's going to go to first. Runner goes. Schroeder hits that one. Slow roller over to first. He picks it up, touches the bag, and that's 3 outs there for the Cardinals. They leave one aboard, 1 hit, no runs. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. Tie. All right, bottom of the 4th inning, tied at 4. Cale Burns leading it off. Still on the mound for the Cardinals. First pitch in. Misses a little low. And fouls that one up out of play. 1-1. Brody Dow delivers high. And that pitch just misses off the edge of the plate. Burns aboard with a leadoff walk for the Rattlers. And C.D. Morrow to the plate. First pitch off the plate. And Brody Dow kicks, delivers, and check the swing. He went around. Ball gets past the catcher, and the runner moves down to second. Count even at a ball and a strike on Morrow. Here's a pitch, squared to bunt, pulled it back, and on Morrow. And that one misses as well. 3-1 count. Three balls, one strike, no outs. Runner at second. Here's the pitch. And that one misses as well. And Morrow draws the walk.
Number 20, Colton Tidwell.
Colton Tidwell to the plate. And time called. Todd Schroeder going to make a trip out to talk with his pitcher in his infield. 4-4. Couple runners on base here in the bottom. All right, just about ready to go. Everybody getting back to their spots. Colton Tidwell at the plate. And square to bunt. The infield comes in, bunts at it, misses for strike number one. And bunt laid down. Brody Dow fields it around and puts him in scoring position.
Number 23, Alex Bonner.
One away now for Alex Bonner.
Go, Brody. Go, Jack.
And chops at that one. Fouls it back for strike number one. And that one shot foul as well. Bonner in the hole 0-2. One away. Runners at second and third base for the Rattlers and two strikes on Alex Bonner. And again,
You got it, Brody.
and that one hit back to Dow. Got him at third base there, I believe. The guy caught him in between the bags. Brody Dow looks at first, and as he did, the runner tried to come home. Brody Dow runs him back down, throws the ball to Betts, and that is out number two. Keeps a run from scoring. Two away now, and the batter is Asher Howard.
35, Asher Howard.
Two away. Runner at first and second, first strike to Howard in, or first pitch to Howard in for a strike. And 2 strikes now. 0-2. There's a pitch, swings through that one and strikes him out. Nice job there, Brody Dow, to kind of regain control of the inning. No runs scored on no hits. And we're headed to the 5th inning. Fifth inning, and the game is tied at 4 apiece. Drew Bostic going to lead it off for the Cardinals. Brody Dow, Michael Betts, Jackson Wilson would be next.
Number 8, Drew Boston.
Is the center fielder, and that is out number 1.
Number 10, Brody Dow.
First pitch to Brody Dow misses outside for ball number 1. And that pitch off the plate. Brody Dow with a 2-ball and no strike count. And that pitch misses it all, and the count is 3-0 on Dow. Three balls, no strikes on Dow. Here is pitch in the dirt, and that's going to send Brody Dow down to first base.
Number 9, Michael Betts.
One away for Michael Betts, and that walk draws a trip to the mound for the Rattler coach.
Go, Michael.
Brody Dow down at first base. Michael Betts at the plate for the Cardinals. One away here in the top of the 5th inning with a 4-4 tie. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, and they got him. Brody Dow thrown out at second base. Two outs now for Michael Betts. That pitch was a ball, so a 1-ball, no strike count on Betts. And Betts hits that one into center field. And Betts is aboard with a single. Wilson. And that hit's going to draw a pitching change from the Rattlers. We're going to take the break with them. 2 outs. The Cardinals have a runner and a 4-4. New pitcher for Murfreesboro, number 20. I'll try to get a name. It's Colton Tidwell. And Jackson Wilson at the plate. First pitch misses inside.
Go, Jack.
And evens the count up at a ball and a strike. Don't see that type of delivery much at all anymore. And that one hit in the air, right field, up under it for the catch, and out number 3. Cardinals going to leave one stranded, no runs, no hits. I'm sorry, 1 hit. And we're headed to the bottom of Bottom of the 5th inning. Charlie Lewis on the mound. And Carter Gilmer going to lead it off for the Rattlers. Tied at 4, bottom of the 5th inning. Net. Balls in, no strikes. Lewis looks in, kicks, delivers, and fouled back into the net. Two balls and one strike to count on Carter Gilmer. Charlie Lewis comes set, and the delivery going to stay high.
Come on, Charlie. Bring it down.
Two balls and two strikes. I'm sorry, three balls and one strike. And that one's going to be hit down the line into left field. Aiden Zimmerman gets it back in to the shortstop, Carter Gilmer. Isaac Kirkendall, the batter now for the Murfreesboro Rattlers, as they have the go-ahead run standing at first base. And throw's going to be back over. Got him, Charlie Lewis. And that is out number one. And the Murfreesboro pitcher the Murfreesboro coach asking for explanation there from the umpire. And play's going to stand. Gilmer out at first with the pickoff move. One away now. Isaac Kirkendall, the batter for Murfreesboro.
Come on, Charlie. Play pitch.
And that one stays up in the zone. Brody Dow going back in center field. Makes the catch, tracks it down, and two away now. Cooper Caldwell now the batter for Murfreesboro. Cardinals trying to
Here, Chad.
sit them down in order here. A little unconventional, but we'll take it how we can get it. That's going to get down. Thought Marietzi was going to dive for it, and the throw back to second base is not in time. And in at second with a double is Cooper Caldwell. Two away for Hunter Cox, runner in scoring position out at second base, representing the go-ahead run for Murfreesboro. And the pitch from Lewis just a little bit outside. And that one low snag there by Jackson Wilson. Two outs, 2 balls, no. And that one hit up in the air. Brody Dow coming on for the catch and the out. No runs on a hit, 1 left. We're headed to the 6th inning, still tied at 4. At 4, Zimmerman, Jeffus, Scantling due up in the 6th inning. Cardinals need to put a couple on the board here in the 6th. And that one stays low. And that pitch in for a strike. 2 balls and a strike.
Come on, be a hitter.
And that was going to be hit and fielded by the first baseman. And out at first is Zimmerman.
Good, Jack.
Jack Jeffus to the plate now for the Cardinals. Four to four, the score here in the top of the 6th inning. And that one hits Jeffus, and that's going to put Jeffus on base, hit by the pitch in the foot.
Number 7, Elijah Scantling.
One aboard for Elijah Scantling. Marietzi on deck for the Cardinals. And squares the bunt. That ball bounces away from
Good job.
the catcher, Jack Jeffers, easily in at second base. Ball, no strikes. The count on Elijah Scantling. And that one
Way to watch.
behind. Strike number one, 2 balls and a strike on Scantling. Jack Jeffers at second base for the Cardinals, and no outs here in the top of the 6th inning. I'm sorry, 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. And that one stays up. 3-1 count. Mariuzzi waits on deck. Here's the pitch, and that almost hit him. And Elijah goes down to first base, drawing the walk. And that's going to draw a visit to the mound. One away here in the top of the 6th inning, and a 4-4 ball game. Runners at first and second for the Cardinals. And the Murfreesboro coach is going to bring his infield in and talk to him here for a minute. 4-4. All right, Mariuzzi at the plate. 1 away, 2 aboard for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch, and outside. And he hits that one just foul. Down the third base line, just foul. Opposite field hit there. They weren't expecting that. If it had been a few inches to the right, that would have possibly scored 2 runs. There was nobody out there. A ball and a strike, though, Cardinals. That one outside. 2 balls and a strike on Mariuzzi. Here's the pitch. And that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he hits that one high in the air, right field. And right fielder comes down with the catch. And Jack Jeffers tags up. That one was all the way to the fence. Runners at the corners for Peyton Schroeder, and 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. For the score. Here's the pitch. Schroeder hits that one down the line. That's going to be a fair ball. And that was down the line. Funny is Elijah Scantling. That hit by Schroeder scores 2. Schroeder hit that one right down the line, just like Gutsy did. Cardinals retake the lead here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs now, and the hitter is Drew Bostic. And hit in the back on the first pitch. Drew Bostic headed to first base. Runners at first and second for Brody Dow. Cardinals now with a 6-4 advantage here in the top. And that pitch finds the strike zone. A ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And that one in for a strike.
Go, Brody.
And that one stays low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Drew. And chopped over towards second base. Picked up, fielded, thrown out at first. And that is the inning. But the Cardinals score 2 runs on 1 hit, and they take the lead 6-4 here. Headed to the bottom. All right, bottom of the 6th inning, Cale Burns to lead it off for the Murfreesboro Rattlers. Camden Fairview with a 6-4 lead here. Get out of the inning, maybe score a couple more. insurance runs in the top of the 7th. Two balls, no strikes on Cal Burns.
Good shot.
And that ball hit in the air, foul, out of play, and the count of 2 balls, 1 strike on Burns. Cal Burns, C.D. Morrow, Colton Tidwell due up in the inning for the Rattlers. 2-1 count. 6-4 Cardinal lead. Here's the pitch. And popped up, and that's going to be out of play as well. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. And high in the air, in the gap, Brody Dow over. 1 away now, C.D. Moore. Charlie Lewis looks in, gets the sign there from Jackson Wilson. Comes set, here's the pitch, and that one's going to be just a little high above the letters. A ball, no strikes on Morrow. Here's the pitch. That one's in there. Off speed, catches the inside corner, and the count's even, a ball and a strike on Morrow. Lewis with the delivery. That one just missed low. Two balls and a strike. Lewis with the pitch. That one in for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Morrow. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinals with a 6-4 advantage. 2 away here in the inning. Colton Tidwell, the batter for the Rattlers.
Number 20, Colton Tidwell.
Good shot.
And that one's going to be hit again, chopped over to second, fielded by, nice job there, fielded by Elijah Scantley, throw to first, stretched by Schroeder, and 3 up, 3 down there. No runs on no hits, nobody left. We're headed to the the top of the 7th inning, and the Cardinals hanging on to a 6-4 lead here in Murfreesboro. All right, top of the 7th inning, Michael Betts leading it off for the Cardinals. 6-4 Cardinal lead. They're trying to add some insurance runs. And Wilson, Aiden Zimmerman due up in the inning. Jack Jeffus. And the top of the order would be next. Here is the new pitcher for the Rattlers. And Betts swings at the first pitch, hits that one into right field and snagged there by, looks like that is Colton Tidwell out in right field. Just snagged it out of the air. Good hit baseball there, but snagged out of the air and one away for Jackson Wilson. First pitch to Wilson misses, and it's a ball and no strikes. Wilson's going to hit that one, and it's going to be down into left field. Wilson going to lead it off now. Get the Cardinals going, and Cardinals with the base runner. Now for the Cardinals. And ball bounces in. Zimmerman squared the bunt and pulls back. Six to 4 Cardinal lead. We're in the 7th inning. Stays high, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. And Zimmerman again squares the bunt. That one is high, and the count is 3 balls and no strikes.
You on base now, bud. You on base.
There's the 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 away. Cardinals with a base runner. Trying to add some insurance here in the 7th inning. 3-1. Here is the pitch. And down to second is Aiden Evans. On the error throw, Aiden Evans in, courtesy running for Jackson Wilson, and the Cardinals with a runner in scoring position. 3-1 count on Aiden Zimmerman. Here's the pitch, and it's called strike number 2.
Good at bat. Good at bat, son.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Jack Jeffus on deck. And he swings through that. 2 away now, and Jack Jeffus to the plate for the Cardinals.
Go, Jack. You can do this.
Here's the pitch in the dirt. Scantling on deck for the Cardinals. 2 away. Runner out at second base, or down at second base. He's not out.
Got this, Jack.
Standing at second is Aiden Evans. He's got a pretty good lead. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to come in as a strike hit. Man, that would be nice. Score Evans from out there at second base. Add another insurance run in the gap, and here comes Aiden Evans home, and they add a run. Base hit there by Scantling. Adds, or I'm sorry, a base hit by Jack Jeffus. All right, Cardinals now with a 7-4 advantage. Here's the pitch, and Scantling fouls the first.
Swing at.
Mariuzzi on deck for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. That's going to be to the. Oh, wow. Close from out here, but it is what it is, and that's the third out. Cardinals do add an insurance run. Headed to the bottom of the seventh, and see if the. All right, Alex Bonner going to lead it off here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Cardinals holding on to a 7-4 lead here. Charlie Lewis on the mound. First pitch fouled back in to the screen. No balls and a strike. And that one stays up and out. Bonner, Howard, and Gilmer due up in the one strike. Here's the pitch. That one off the plate on the inside edge, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Charlie Lewis comes set. Here's the pitch. Fouled up into the net, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes on Alex Bonner. Hit up the middle, fielded by Jeffers. Throw over to first, and that's out number 1.
Good job, boys.
All right, Asher Howard due up now for the Murfreesboro Rattlers. 7-4, the Cardinal lead here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Cardinals trying to get 2 more pitch from Lewis. That one's in for a strike. No ball's a strike on Howard. And that one in for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. And that one in the dirt. A ball, 2 strikes. The count on Asher Howard, 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cardinals with a 7-4 lead. Charlie Lewis on the mound for the Cardinals. And, man, just missed. That one just missed. And the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Man, that one's close. 2-2. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And time called. Todd Schroeder going to go out and talk with Charlie Lewis. Three-two count. And Lewis going to lose him. And Asher Howard.
Number 12, Carter Gilmer.
Try to close this thing out for the Cardinals. We're going to take the break here with them. Cardinals lead it 7-4. We all right, 1 away. The Rattlers and Jack Jeffers on to pitch for the Cardinals. Carter Gilmer is your batter. Jack Jeffers looking over at first base. He's going to come set. And here's the pitch. That one just off the plate. Strikes on Carter Gilmer. And that one's a strike. Throw back by the catcher. Not in time. And the count is even at a ball and a strike on Carter Gilmer. A ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Isaac Kirkendall on deck for the Rattlers. Carter Gilmer 7-4 is the Cardinal lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cardinals trying to close it out here. And that one off the plate. And the count is full on Carter Gilmer.
You got this, Jack. Come on. Let's go, 4.
And pops it up. Michael Betts on for the catch, and there's 2 away. All right, Isaac Kirkendall, the batter for the Rattlers. And Murfreesboro down to their last out here.
Got this, Jack.
That pitch misses high.
Come on, 4.
And that one doesn't quite break over. And the count 2 balls, no strikes on deck for Murfreesboro. If Caldwell gets aboard, they have a runner on first base. That pitch misses, and it's 3-0. Throw down to first by Wilson. Not in time, and Jeffus behind in the count 3-0. See if he can work his way back here, get the out. And he gives up the walk there to Kirkendall.
Okay, Jack. You got this.
Number 10, Cooper Caldwell.
Any base.
Runners at first and second. 2 outs, and Cooper Caldwell, the batter for Murfreesboro. We're going to have a courtesy runner there for Kirkendall. Actually, that's going to be a pinch runner.
You got this, Jack.
Cooper Caldwell
Got this.
at the plate. And that pitch in for a strike.
Pretty, Jack.
No balls and a strike. 2 aboard for the Rattlers. 2 outs. Jack Jeffus comes set, looking back at second. He is going to come with the pitch. That pitch in for a strike. And Murfreesboro is down to their last strike. Jack Jeffus coming set. And popped up out of play. No balls, 2 strikes on Cooper Caldwell. 2 aboard. Caldwell does represent the tying run here. Jack Jeffers comes set. And the pitch. And that's going to be hit. Michael Betts. And the Cardinals throwing the ball around now. And now the tying run is going to be at third base. That ball took a bad hop, hit Betts in the chest, went into center field, and Cardinals threw it around a little bit. Hunter Cox, the batter now.
You got this, Jack.
And that pitch blocked there by Jackson Wilson. And that was going to be hit. And again, Betts mishandles, and the ball game is tied. Winning runs at first base, and Cale Burns is the batter with 2 outs. Cardinals had them down to their last strike and
Hey, just reset, guys. Y'all got
given
this.
up 3 runs since then, and it's a tie ball game.
Go.
That one low to Burns.
Let's go 4.
2 balls, no strikes. 7-7 the score here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs. That one's in there.
Great job, Jack.
C.D. Morrow on deck for the Rattlers.
4.
And that one outside. 3 balls and a strike. Burns down on the walk. Winning runs in scoring position for
Any base, guys.
Murfreesboro and C.D. Morrow at the plate. And that one fouled back into the screen.
Here you go, Jack. Let's go, Card.
And give up 3 runs in the inning, and Murfreesboro comes back to tie it. We're going to head to the 8th inning, tied up at 7. All right, tied at 7. Marietzi, Peyton Schroeder due up in the inning. Drew Bostic would be next. 7-7 the score. And that one hits Elijah in the arm.
Hey, be patient, Maury. Be patient. Do your thing. Got to stay on top of it. Drive it.
Number 2, Marietzi.
Come
All
on.
right, Cardinals with the go-ahead run on first base. Marietzi in the box. And let's see, fouls that one back
Hey, let's
into the screen.
be patient now. Be smarter.
Come on, Maury.
You got this.
We need you, Maury.
7-7 the score. There's the pitch. He hits that one deep into center field, and the center fielder's up under it for the catch and out number 1. Long fly ball, just a long out.
Number 19, Peyton Schroeder.
Schroeder now to. Oh, sorry. Peyton Schroeder to the plate now for the Cardinals with 1 out and a runner at first base. And that pitch in for a strike.
That's good. That's smart.
Go, Peyton. You got this.
And that pitch
Get up.
up and away, and the count even at a ball and a strike. That pitch in at the knees. A ball, 2 strikes. Schroeder's going to hit that one. It's trouble. It's down into center field. And Schroeder aboard moves the runner over
Number 8, Drew Bostic.
and brings Drew Bostic to the plate.
Go, Peyton. Let's go, Drew.
First pitch, curveball in for a strike.
Hey, that's smart. That's smart. Make it do your thing.
Come on, Drew. Job.
That pitch inside. Count even at a ball and a strike. That pitch in for a strike. Drew Bostic in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Would be nice right here. Here is the 1-2 pitch, and Drew fights that one off, hits it in the air. That might be trouble, but it's caught.
Hey, you got me, Brody.
Come on, Brody.
Two away, Brody Dow to the plate for the Cardinals.
Go, Brody.
All right, now you said it. Now you
Cooper
said it.
Caldwell's got that off-speed curveball working for him. The Cardinals can't get their timing
Nice
on it.
bat right there.
No balls, a
Go,
strike,
Brody.
2 outs. And that one's up and away. That ball gets away from the catcher, and the runners
Good job,
are
guys.
going to advance. So runners now at second and third.
Way to go, Pate. You got it, Brody.
Go, Brody.
Here's the pitch. That's outside.
Good.
Good, good, good. Good at bat. Good at bat.
Two balls, one strike.
Uh-huh.
3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Brody Dow hits that one. It's going to be filled. Oh! And the 2 runs are going to score on that. Second baseman thought he had it in his glove, went through his glove, and 2 runs come home.
Number 9, Michael Betts.
Keep hitting that ball, Mike.
9-7 now. The Cardinals pull ahead. And Michael Betts at the plate. And that pitch in for a strike.
That away.
And fights that one off, chopped over and mishandled again, but in time. Cardinals pull ahead 9-7. They score 2 runs on a hit and an error, and we're headed to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cardinals 9, Rattlers 7. Boswell, right? All right, bottom of the 8th inning, Cardinals 9, Rattlers 7. Chris Randall comes in to pitch for the Cardinals. Colton Tidwell going to lead it off for Murfreesboro here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tidwell, Bonner, Howard due up in the inning. And first pitch hit high in the air. Wow.
Call it.
Ball was hit sky high there at the pitcher's mound, and nobody could see the ball. The ball hits the ground, and thankfully picked up there by Chris Randall, and the throw made at first in time. One away. Alex Bonner now the batter. First pitch in for a strike. That ball was hit a ton in the air above the lights. And Michael Betts, Chris Randall both saying we couldn't find it. And that pitch just missed. Count is a ball and a strike to Bonner. One away here in the bottom of the 8th. Cardinals with a 9-7 lead. Chris Randall with the delivery and swings through that one. And it's a ball, 2 strikes on Bonner. Asher Howard on deck for Murfreesboro. And that ball is going to be hit over. Man, that was not a hard hit ball. That thing's going to roll almost to the fence. And that had a lot of bounce off the bat, apparently. Bonner that is at second with the double and 1 out. And Asher Howard now, in fact, is the batter. That pitch just missed off the outside. It is a strike in my book. And
Hey, don't aim it. Throw it. Round back.
here comes the 2-0 delivery from Randall. And that's off the edge. That was close. Oh, it was. That was a strike. I thought that was a little. Man, I tell you, this umpire waits just. And a strike here is the 2-1 from Randall. And that's up. 3-1. Asher Howard draws the walk. Runs aboard. And that one's going to be up and out. 9-7, Cardinal lead, bottom of the 8th inning.
You got this.
Yeah. And that one's outside. Finding the strike zone last 6 or 7 pitches there, and the count on Carter Gilmer's 3-0. That one's in for a strike. 3-1 count, one away. 9-7 Cardinals. And that's in for strike 2. Carter Gilmer went to throw the bat on, thought he drew the walk. And the count's full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that one in the dirt, and that's going to load the bases. Bases loaded, 1 out. Isaac Kirkendall to the plate. Cardinals holding on to a 9-7 lead. They need an out right here. However, we can get it. And that one's going to stay up. Two balls, no strikes. Three 0.
Chris, you got it?
Number 10, Cooper Caldwell.
Cooper Caldwell, the batter now for Murfreesboro, and it is 9-8. And that ball's going to be hit. Michael Betts with. That's the ball game. Cardinals are going to drop it 10-9. Cardinals drop it 10-9 here in Murfreesboro.